Hi YouTube, I'm Ben with Only Foam Darts, and today we are reviewing the XYL Tactical Unicorn. This blaster was graciously provided to me by OutofDarts for review. I have not been paid or sponsored in any way, so all thoughts are my own. The entire blaster is constructed out of nylon, so it's very durable, with also aluminum internals, so that there's no chance that thing's really going to break. Starting from the front, you have a pump grip that wraps around the entire of the barrel, just like an Elite Alpha Trooper, with a Picatinny rail with your choice of grip going on the sides. This is a righty-only blaster, really, with the mag release only being on the right side, and then the safety being on the left side. We have a short dart exclusive mag well. It does come with one magazine, and is also Talon compatible, so that's really nice. And then moving towards the back, we have a PDW style stock. It's a sliding stock with a button right here to actuate the stock. Now moving on to the top of the blaster, there are no Picatinny rails here. You can't really have one here with the priming slide moving all the way down the length of the blaster. And this orange piece here is actually a gap filler. Before, the original Unicorn let you use a top slide Picatinny bar, but no, I don't think anyone really uses that much. And if you would, there's still a hole there, so you can't really use any optics on this. It does come with these fiber optic sights that don't really work that well unless you have the stock fully extended and then you kind of choke up on it. But nope, doesn't work even at all. Like, I have to be like this to even be able to try and look down it. So these are basically useless. Moving on to the other side of the blaster, we do have two takedown pins right here by the mag well and one at the top. Pulling these out will let you split the blaster into two halves of an upper and lower to give you access to the internals and any other parts. Some other things included in the box of the blaster, you get this stock attachment piece. It's supposed to be like a bottle stock. It does have a screw, like screw threads in there that allows you to screw a bottle in there, but also an end strike stock. So I know some people like that, so you can insert in here that locks the attachment piece in place, and you can add your choice of end strike stock. We also got this angled grip that is horrible, so I don't even use it. I actually have a wingless SBL grip that I prefer because it has this little finger ledge there. And the last thing are these suction head, like ultra foam darts. These aren't going to get used either. So that's everything that comes in the box. As stated before, this blaster is a pump action manual Springer. So you prime once to shoot once. This is a slam fire blaster, so there is no ability to deprime the blaster. You will need to plug the barrel and pull the trigger, and it doesn't sound very great. The slam fire mechanism here has proven to have some issues where when you pull the trigger, it will actually keep you from being able to fire. So unless your hand is all the way forward, you won't be able to fire it. The XYL Tactical Unicorn was advertised to hit around 220 FPS, but from the times that I've used it, I think I've barely cleared 130 FPS, which is not great because this was supposed to be the older brother to the original Unicorn, and it's supposed to pack a lot of power, and even the prime that this blaster has is really heavy for the output that you're getting. You really got to choke up on it and really when you prime it, you got to mean it to actually prime it. The only thing about this blaster that I really like is the shell. It's really sturdy. Like, you can flex, like you can try and bend it, but it's not going to bend at all because it's made of nylon and has aluminum internals. I love the wraparound grip that styles after the Elite Alpha Trooper. It's really comfy to get around, and this body is super thin. I can get my entire hand around it, and it feels really good. The mag release is in a perfect position. It's got a nice trigger. Everything else lines up pretty much perfectly. But the body is really the only thing that's good about this blaster. Everything else has been pretty bad. So before, when I said that the performance was barely clearing 130, I'm still not sure why. I know other people have better luck with this blaster, but from the time that I've used it, I was clearing maybe 30 feet on a competitive field, and that's really bad. Grip has these holes, and within like the first 10 minutes of me owning this, not realizing I had put my finger into one of these holes, and when I racked the slide back, it bit me and actually started bleeding. So I actually had some blood on the blaster that I had to clean off before. So that's one thing that wasn't really great. Something else I really don't like is the mag release. On the inside, the mag release, it's metal on metal, so it's really stiff. I don't know if people like that because it'd be easier, or it makes sure the mag stays in the blaster, but it can make reloads kind of hard because you really need to force your finger to hit that button to release the magazine. The other thing that has been a lot of issues for a lot of people was that the early batches of this blaster had a lot of quality control problems. One of the first ones that I ran into was trying to attach this Picatinny rail on the bottom grip. The holes where I had to screw in to attach the grip were not tapped already, or the screws just wouldn't fit. So I had to take an Allen key, stick in the hole, and wring it out until the screw actually fit. So that was an issue with that. Another issue I had was inside the blaster. The plunger head of this blaster and the plunger had actually separated. The threading on the plunger rod, on the plunger head, had stripped and it completely broke off. So when it had broke and I tried to prime it, priming the blaster back actually bent the spring over and it completely bent at like almost a like 30-degree angle and it became pretty much unusable. I had to send the first one that happened to you, I just sent that one back. So this is actually a second mod that I received. It hasn't happened yet because I actually super glued the plunger rod to the plunger head so it wouldn't happen again. And this thing also cost like $135 to $150. This blaster really shouldn't exist. Like the Worker Seagull, I think is $125, and that hits pretty much the same thing in a much better body, and it also has a way higher quality control that you can expect it's gonna work. But this one, I really had nothing but issues, and I really wanted to like it, but it's really bad. I feel kind of bad saying that, but I don't think this is a blaster that you can really go out and buy. I know other people have had success with these kind of blasters, with the unicorns, but I personally haven't, and I don't really see myself using this over any other blasters that I have. So that about concludes my review on the XYL Tactical Unicorn. I really love the profile of this blaster, and I really wish it was better, because I would have loved to use it, but the inconsistent performance, as well as some of the questionable quality control issues that they've been having, and for the price too of $135 to $150, I think you can pass on this blaster. Once again, thank you very much to OutofDarts for sending me this blaster for review. Again, I feel kind of bad that I had to bash on this blaster, even though this is like the first one that they sent to me for review. But again, this is my honest opinion on it. This is also the second one they sent me that has had some issues. But if there's anything that you are looking for, OutofDarts probably has it. I would avoid this though. Thanks for watching. See ya.